Earlier in the show, we recommended to you an article from Jackie McMullen and Kirk Goldsberry on the fight to modernize the NBA big man. One of the biggest examples of this is Joel Embiid. He's frequently criticized for playing away from the basket, especially from his forebearers like Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Some really good quotes in the story and a great stat from the article as well that makes you see how things have changed. From the NBA's inception until the introduction of the three-point line in 79-80, centers won a total of 19 MVPs. Since then, centers have won only 6 MVPs total. So considering these numbers and having watched Embiid play, Matt, what do you think? Do you agree more with the old-timers? He needs to spend more time in the paint. Do you think that he's got the right idea, saying he likes to move out to the three-point line and sort of make defenders respect that shot and then try to blow past them?
I think he has to have a good balance. I would say more in the paint than out, but definitely has to have some out. But I think what they lack now is when he used to draw the double team in the paint, he doesn't have the many shooters to kick it to anymore. You know what I mean? And then also bringing Horford in. You know, Horford is someone that can also take up the paint, so they both can't be in the paint at the same time. That's really old school basketball. So I just think it has to be a fine line between in and out because he's definitely talented enough to do it. But I would, caution more on the in than out. But another thing I'd like to say, I love how he took the criticism of Shaq and Charles and put it into his game and came out like a monster because he has a mismatch on that block every single night. No one can guard him. So hats off to him for, applying that to his game. But like I said, I think it's a steady mix of both.
It's interesting, Kevin, to see him be some of the center of this debate because he actually has more paint touches than any other center in the league. So he's being criticized for not being there, but he's doing it more than everyone else. It kind of speaks to just how the game has moved.
Right. And I think, to me, the answer to the question is, should he be spending more time in the paint? And my answer is, doing what? Right. I mean, if the answer is, well, the Sixers need to run 25 direct posts for Joel Embiid, they're not going to win the Eastern Conference. There's just not a way to maximize that offense in this day and age. Things will slow down in the playoffs. Defenses will contract on Embiid, and then he's going to have to make a play. Now, what I'd love is to see him become a great passer out of the double team. And that's something that's still left in his game to me. And I saw it so many times in that Toronto series, in the conference semifinals that I covered. It's just that's his next thing, is doing what? I'd love to see him get the ball in the paint every time. And then what? Now, to Matt's point, the problem is where's J.J. Redick? Where's Bellinelli from the year before?
They have cycled through some good shooters and don't have as much there right now. Jimmy Butler hit some really big clutch shots in the playoffs. He's not there anymore. We have this nice new set. I don't see the elephant in the room you guys aren't discussing is that Ben Simmons clogs the paint on that team as well. And these are two, in my mind, exceptional players. I love so many parts of Ben Simmons' game. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. We still haven't seen them play together and fully maximize each other in the way we've seen like Anthony Davis and LeBron really unlock even yet another level within each other.
I don't know if we will see that, to be honest. And I love Philly. I love both those very talented young players, but I don't think they gel well together. And I don't even think their personalities match. You've heard that they really don't. Ben doesn't say much, and Embiid takes a lot of sneak shots at him. But I just don't know if their games match up because of Ben's lack of outside shooting. You know what I mean? And another thing you got to think, if Embiid is always sitting in the paint like everyone wants him to, that's going to completely take away Ben's game.
Right.
So I don't really think they're a good common. They're definitely not peanut butter and jelly.
No, definitely not. And it's interesting because if they did get to the point where they traded Ben Simmons one day, I think if you built the right team around Ben Simmons, he would play blockbuster, gangbusters, and everyone would be, I can't believe he traded him away. Look what he did. But it's just a different team construction, and I don't know if we're going to see them together.
Here's a question. Would we be stressing about his shot if he were the 4? If he were a ball-handling 4, if that were the scheme, we wouldn't have these same kinds of conversations.
No, but he's the point guard.
And that's the
But I think you put him around a bunch of shooters, and you see one of the best players on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be interesting as they continue to try that, work that out, and Embiid continues to try to play his position the way everyone wants him to.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For highlights and analysis, check out the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, check out ESPN+.